trust us to do that.
Yeah, special investment into that situation.
Now let me explain something. For a guy, we don't do that if we don't have anything in mind.
Yeah.
No guy will take you out, even if you're friends, and you're happy just friends, not having an agenda. No guy will do
But
that.
that's irrelevant. If you think about it,
here's the
agenda is irrelevant because I don't know.
Yeah. But you enjoy the company.
Yes.
The fact that emotionally you're like 2 steps to the finishing line. You're just there. The fact that you've actually thought about it and be like, okay, you're like, the moment you have an argument and you're allowed to talk, and that guy comes into the picture, you're like on the finish line. You're like, yeah, exactly.
You know what? Men don't realize that women need a woman is not going to just stick with this.
But an
Emotionally, you're already there.
Yeah, I can be emotionally.
Do you know why
emotionally? I'm emotionally attached to my girlfriend.
You know why men? It's hard for us men because we know you. By the time you cheated, your mind was already there. Forget these things that people actually do.
Yeah.
Like, because there's some couples who have to go swing and then they're okay with that. But even those couples, if you do it without the other party knowing, it's considered cheating.
Considered cheating.
And what are the signs of emotional cheating? What are those telltale signs that this one is cheating on me emotionally?
She doesn't care anymore. Like you do something where originally she would be like, babe, you haven't called me, you haven't texted me. And now she's like, you called on someone else is calling, you understand? Somebody else has
like
called.
For the ladies,
I think by the time a woman decides to have conversation with another man and connect with that person emotionally, it's most probably because she's already signed out from a previous relationship. Not because she found something that's more amazing than the guy that she's with. I think that something happened there. She's detached, logged off, and now she's finding something else that's more amazing, in my opinion.
So let's forget this narrative of men are the ones who love sex so much that they can't keep it in their pants.
No,
There are women out
enhances
there who
human
also have a high
metabolism,
testosterone.
increases respiration rate,
Unfortunately,
and raises blood pressure.
nobody should be cheating on anyone. But let's not
but the question was,
men
can they
can't
survive?
survive.
On a percentage, it's easier for a marriage to actually survive or a relationship
Which
to survive.
percentage? Which statistics are you using?
I was about to say,
You and your friends.
Social statistics.
You and your friends. The
Social
statistics.
If a woman cheats, it's very hard to have it. If the guy finds out, the relationship will not go like this. Because trust me, it will not. It's like there's a slight percentage. Unless he's in a relationship but you benefit either in terms of power or sometimes guys actually marry because of the family and stuff like that. There's a significance to why you
no.
All I want to say is, use a hashtag NBS and you tell us maybe if your relationship has survived any form of cheating, and if it has survived, please let us know. We'd love to know. We'll be right back.
tusirina hoteli kampala nga 17 August emyaka 25 gye tujaguza nga tuyimba ennyimba tiketi za shilingi emitwalo 10 emmeeza y'abantu 10 ne miliyoni 3 tubakoola mu
101.4 FM right here in Gulu.
This August, the Kingdom World Tour makes a stop in Kampala. The Usual Suspects and the Faith Collective bring you Maverick City Music and Kirk Franklin live in Kampala. Get your tickets at kingdomworldtour.com or via USSD *252*4#. Mark your calendar. Friday, 16th August, Makerere University Main Sports Ground is the place to be. Gates open at 12 noon.
About 6 guests right here in the studio, and I am happy that at least we have
Cheers to something refreshingly different. Putting the brakes on a fast-paced world. Slowing down just enough to stand out. Cheers to the beer that does it differently. Brewed longer for extra refreshment. Refreshing Club. Alcohol is not for sale to persons under 18. Please drink responsibly.
Is right here in the studio.
Outreach Entertainment and Explosion Africa presents Afro Explosion Uganda, featuring the legendary Awilo Longomba. Friday, August 30th, 2024 at Arapac Beach Resort in Arua, and Sunday, September 1st, 2024 at Laston Garden in Masaka. Plus, DJ Zahara Toto, DJ Suna Ben, Stabwa Natoro, Shanks Vivi D, and Chance Nalubega, Arua's hottest stars, Monopoly Bad Character, Free Boy, Zigzag Boys, and the Keiko. Tickets are available at quicket.com at 30K, 100K, 1M, and 3M for VIP tables Arua, and 20K, 100K, 500K, and 1M for VIP tables in Masaka. For more information, please call 075-311-8889. Sponsored by Mighty Rise, Quicket, Sanyuka TV.
Actually, Honorable Nathan.
Hey, Mr. 1 million, 1 million. Airtel money gives you more than a million. Me no see my man about that. Seba kubako Airtel you trust. Formula, win the border. Oh, hybrid. Formula, my child.
Okay, it's well. You're welcome. It's
Formula, my child. Transact every day. Win cash when you spend. Buy it and you win me.
And with this, allow me
Transact every day. Win cash when you spend. Buy it and you win me.
Formula Maja with Airtel Money. Transact using Airtel Money and stand a chance to win a brand new Toyota RAV4 hybrid car, water bonus, money, and many more other prizes. Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless. Airtel Money is regulated by the Bank of Uganda.
kino kigendera eggwataalya ku Rolex ewama tibona jam ogenda kuba onyomerwa Rolex ez'ebika byonna erugogo mu kivulo ekya Rolex Festival. The Rolex Festival 2024 on Sunday, the 18th of August at Zoe Grounds, Lugogo. Don't miss the experience of testing every type of Rolex as you have fun and entertainment from all your favorite artists featuring Fit Funeka, Ray G, Karokasita, and so much more. Tickets go for 20K, 50K VIP, and if you buy a ticket on Next Ticket, you'll get a free Rolex. The Rolex Festival on the 18th of August at Zoe Grounds, Lugogo is proudly sponsored by Sanyuka TV.
Stop missing out on golden opportunities. Join the action in Dubai instead. Africa's biggest business event awaits. Get ready for an unforgettable experience at Africa's Trade and Tourism Conference. Happening at the prestigious Radisson Blu Hotel, Dubai Deira Creek on September 28th, 2024. Promote your business and celebrate African excellence with industry professionals. Don't miss this unique opportunity to shine on a global stage. For more inquiries, contact us below.
Up next. Brought to you by
Ding long like this geisha bar.
It's strong and lasts long.
Like geisha.
Warebe karatiel not aware kela loha loha bijowa baju karatiel for car miwa tuno bodja for you.
Welcome back to Watching No Filter, and we're asking the question, if your relationship can survive any form of cheating. We are sorry if this is hitting a very sore spot, okay? What's a cheater or is a cheater? Yes, no, disagree, agree?
I disagree.
I
disagree.
Me too.
I want to hear Sibia's opinion on why she thinks once a cheater, not always a cheater.
I think that there is a huge possibility for relationships to be restored after cheating. Huge possibility coming from that it'll take a miracle and a lot of work. And I'm not saying that it doesn't happen. Like right now, I've been watching this very famous pastor who was caught cheating in the US, and it was a huge story, right? And now he's still with his wife, and they're making videos about that whole season of cheating, what it took to kind of rebuild. I think it just takes a man who wants to rebuild. Okay, and secondly, here's the thing. You, as a woman, if you find out that your man's be cheating, right? I honestly think that you should overreact. And let me tell you why. I've always been the type, very reserved. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to leave you alone, and I'm going to go. But the minute a woman really overreacts and you see the amount of pain that you've actually caused her, the chances of you cheating again.
You said the reason men cheat is just for just.
Not just for just. There are certain reasons that lead to it. Like in all situations, because cheating is also dynamic.
Yes,
like every relationship has.
Yes, cheating is dynamic.
No. Like seriously, like the reason why I cheat might not be the reason why the next guy cheats. Probably the wife is not giving him the attention and stuff like that. Then somebody at work is actually giving him the attention.
How about that?
There's some communication.
At the core of it, Sabrina, I agree with you. I think it's a moral heart issue.
So I am
it's a thing that people need to deal with, whether you're male or female. I think that there are things that we all need to deal with so that we don't continue the cycle of being unfaithful. And that's why we have so many kids out there who are fatherless. Sorry, so many kids out there who are sometimes even motherless. It's sad.
Exactly, and I think that what it all stems down from everybody's traumas.
Thank you. You're welcome.
The person being cheated with, you need to respect yourself, whether you're a man or a woman. Why are you comfortable being a side door, a side dish?
That's why Islam allows to have a wife. Because they need scenarios like this.
Welcome to the studios of Radio Patches.
Thank you very much, Ricardo. Apoyo Ricardo.
Apoyo Ricardo.
I left here before I could understand the whole actually. Now my brother people came around. They need for to care my mothers and fathers, the brothers and sisters. Yes. Also, of course, my name. You wanted to know my names. My name is Nathan, and that was Nafami, James, Majagele, chairman. And the Karamajongs call me Ukiu.
Okay.
Ukiu, you know, I'm a man who brings rain in Karamonja.
Really?
Yes, I'm a Karamajong and the pot.
Pot. The rain is pot, yeah. Okay.
So, here actually, I'm here to get my name.
Yet to get a name. Before you get out of the studio, you will be having one.
Oh, that will be very good. I will be baptized by Ricardo.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you so much. Also, this is a great day for me to be in Acholi. Of course, for me, I've come here many times. I can't know the number of times. But today is very great for me. And we welcomed here today in Acholi. By the people of Acholi, they showed us love.
Yeah.
And I want to thank all the people of Acholi who came to welcome us on Kaunda ground. I want to thank the organizing committee, which was led by Councillor Komakech, Honorable Komakech Geoffrey, who is my brother Achiri, Christopher Obema.
Yeah.
And now I'm here on radio, again talk to my people, both who came and never came, to listen to us. But basically, of course, we have our boss man who will talk. But again, I want to thank Radio Patches, Radio Patches, for giving us an opportunity to really come and talk to our people. I want to thank the management. I want to thank you, Ricardo, for having your time to talk, to allow us to be here with you, and at the same time to baptize me and here in the studio. But most important, first, thank those who are listening to us, because having this time to put away everything to listen to us, so we must thank God for it. I'm very grateful to be on radio today to talk to our people. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Honorable Nathan. I may be using now only one, okay?
Use
But
only
you
one.
have now about 6 and the
So
seventh
wh-
one
which
is
is
coming.
those others you
Thank
use?
you, thank you. Yes, let me take the honor to welcome in the studios FDC Party President, Honorable Patrick Oboy Amuriat. It's my second time to interface with you. My first time to interface with you was when they were tear gassing us from the city here. You're welcome.
Opoyo Matek, Ladit Ricardo, Major Awa, Radio Patches, and Yenga Patrick Oboy Muriat, Abedo Telame FDC, Abedo Keowu, me actually, Luwin Radio, Amurun Weng, Mamana Dinyualo, Ikoro, kama Luongoni Baragal, Choki Tochi. Yeah, Yom Dada, Nebedo, Radio Patches Tin, Kalupokidano.
Fire. For my take to tell Honorable Patrick Boy Amuriat, the President, that in ready ye work each one in Joel Honorable Hassan Caps Fungaro, welcome me one more Kukole, Martin Ene, Wabiloro, ye, Honorable Jim.
Yeah, thank you very much once more. We are here as a part of the activity we informed you about last week, that FTC is launching a new system for membership registration and management. The new system is based on the use of electronic. It is an electronic system, a digital system. We started from Kampala. It was launched at the national level at our headquarters of the Forum for Democratic Change at Najana Nkumbi. Then the decision was taken by the Working Committee and the National Executive Committee of the party that the same launch should be done throughout the 21 sub-regions of Uganda. Uganda is divided into 4 major regions, like you know, North, East, West, and Central. But these areas are also divided into sub-regions, like Acholi, Lango, West Nile, etc. We have already launched in around 4 or 5 sub-regions. We started from Teso, where there was a public rally in Soroti City. And then we went to Elgon or Bugisu. There was a public rally in Mbale City. Then we went to Rwenzori, where there was a public rally in Kasese municipality. Then we went to West Nile last week, where we had a public rally in Arua City. And today, the 3rd of August 2024, we are now in Kulu City. The public rally has successfully taken place, and I have come here today escorting my leaders, my dear party president, Engineer Patrick Amuriat Oboy, and the party secretary general, Honorable Nanda Mafabi, my colleague, Honorable Margaret Okori, and my chairperson, vice chairperson of the party from Northern Uganda, Honorable James Athili, who is also chairman of 85 of Dokolo, and my colleague, Honorable Okin Piki. And the meeting brought together people from Pade and Agago. The next meeting was in Kidgum, where we met leaders from Kidgum and Lamo. The next was in Amuru, where we had leaders in the meeting from Noya and Amoro district. And then the last industrial sub-region here was in Omoro district, where we had leaders from Omoro district, Gulu district, and Gulu city. All this was for preparations for the meeting of today. Okay. Today the meeting has taken place successfully. I would like therefore to thank all of you who contributed in the organization and mobilization for this program. You have seen that FDC is alive. Some people were saying, because of our long silence, they were doubting whether FDC was alive or not. But now you have seen, FDC is alive. The leaders of the FDC at the national level are here. The members of the FDC and the leaders of on the ground are here. All in all, on my part, I'm very grateful. I say thank you, and my dear leaders, welcome to the studio. We were here. We thank the radio studio and the management for the good work they are doing to us. Maybe I will have some translation. Honorable Ken Pipi will help us in this.
But before Honorable Ken Pipi comes on board, Honorable Hassan, how was the reception to Gulu?
The reception to Gulu was good, except that we had a little bit of disturbance by police, in the sense that police never allowed us to pass through our route of choice. Yeah. Our leaders were coming from Kampala. And you know the Gulu-Kampala highway. Yes. It is well known. And then when you come from Kampala, following the highway, you reach that corner, you come and you branch to Kaunda ground. The road is just straight. Yes. Then police went blocking roads, don't pass here, don't pass here. But we accepted their blockage because they were still taking us within the city. Only that we went through certain areas which we would have respected. Okay. When we went down, passing through Gulu Public, there's a market down around here, we passed there. Yes.
That's a lie long.
Yeah, around here. Okay, we interacted with people, but I would like to, one, say thank you to police, but we would like also to be given room to move on the road. Just as we were preparing for this occasion here, yes, we had a marching along the same road today, the road which was blocked today, yes, where students from this thing called the Patriotism Club, I think, Patriotism Club, of almost the whole of Acholi, there were many schools marching together with the police, with the army. I took even video recordings on the highway, the same road which they blocked us from. So how do you, and those people are dressed in yellow, that's also another problem. How do you make students to behave as if all of them are NRM? And when it is NRM moving on the road, you allow. When it is FDC, you want to block. Why?
All right.
So otherwise, generally, the reception was good. People loved us. Even where we were blocked, the people followed us. Okay. They went with us, and they love our party president and secretary general. So thank you, actually, for your own matter. Now, my brothers will translate this and then we'll come.
Yes, thank you so very much, Honorable Kinda Pipi.
I'm also saying bye-bye for now because I'm very busy running some administrative things. If you don't hear my voice again, yes, I am handling some administrative things here. We are still managing the program. Okay. The return of our people going back home. I'm going to join some of my team in the organization. So the translation continues and the talk show continues.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so very much. Thank you for your time. Yes,
Honorable po ritual ilmetika kwenye radio chawani la deputy party president uberga lok ma lupeki pen magi penyo en ni ngoma uberga time tinni si ano tierro kore ni ni ano matinni ubedo mabe peten loke no ni ingin na rio adera ngwen party mi FDC ubedo ka war campaign menano ni ani ano matinni ubedo tie mi launching kita chalo mi rugini chone kwere bien party mi FDC gieno no ni chone man magi chone gi ching kwara ni dong ikara ini PTU omer no ngi chone gina kelone digital registration chitinni diero kama leng mi cha teach in northern Uganda long to twale actually sub region utime Gulu city ma ela deputy party president wa kama leng ni ma put la tinni po teach matini po time FDC makun ena ilo no wie in Warroy district mapol mapat mati actually sub region kan ni Warro ge o kitgum iber ka choke kunu gichere pade gibere ka choke kunu gichere ya moro gibere ka choke kunu gibino bene gulu city kan gibere ka choke kunu moro bene gene o gibere ka choke kunu kun ka choke enuni bere me yupo luak duju ma aki ka bere me ya chuli sub region ni wek tin ne geno betie gulu city were party president mamewa ma en beneti studio kan ki secretary general papati mi FDC kilo members mi FDC mo kan duju yeno bien gotie kama leng were ke chak ki choj enoni ka ke choyo ma yuten loketi ron ke rako ni do ni computer beru do ngo permanent kuno pipentelo card me card ke choyo book ke choyo gira ngo ji don ke nge ka ben ka to renyo nyo book ben renyo no don system e wendo renyo pero nge lo members di manoti pata bi FDC ci era mi rene pour toile bientôt toile ka pour dano duju mana nen geno berutie yup en ma berutie e ka underground ke ben ma rio e mi report kala beri no ni jibine po ber mabe police gunyuro kit gimani perra ci toile e kar eni ento kala ber ko joxo wan ki kabir mu kan kama mer wan woriye go joxo dano kun gi waju ni kakamu kan tima wan promo kar ki era ye challenge ma beru tima dit pinir matinni ento all in all ka choke matinni utuma be ni kato jeme duju imiri po lo achuru duju mago akiber ma papa mago beru tie yup matinni donc ben ene lego ni ke meta nyim ke chwa ko pata mi FDC piano donc tu wine ni pata mi FDC nan chaldo to ako ci tinni unyuru kama leng ni pata mi FDC ti pata ma tek atira put mati actually what wa kaka ene mon ene gina ngo wala dit pata deputy party president wa ene rapport ko mata
for material honorable kin PP me no we are calling ready Nyan Ngoma, Deputy Party President, Honorable Hassan Kapsa Fungaro Otira. Allow me at this material time to bring on board the Secretary General of the FDC Party, Honorable Nandala Mafabi. Yes, we are saying our major discussion for tonight is about electronic digital membership registration for FDC party. What is this exactly about, and why now?
Well, registration is not now only; it has been there.
I'm talking about the digital one.
Yeah, because you say why now? Why before that we're using paper, would write cards. And those cards would become give to our members to buy pay 1,000 shillings. The process was a tedious process, but that was the time. Now we have moved the technology. The world has moved the technology and big time, and that's why FDC, under the leadership of Paul, decided that we should also go technology. And that's how we went and said we shall be doing electronic e-registration. Now, what does it mean? It means if you want to register by the way, you just go to your phone.
Has a story. Every person you see that is successful has a story. Forget the non-successful has a story. Forget the normal stories of I started in a garage. I mean, triumph brings you the real stories.
Equatorial people bought them.
You said, I have cakes, I have cakes.
Yes. Within no time, the cakes were done. So I come, pay my first rent, set up, do a few setups here. I had a very small shop, not even this. It was smaller. Back, it was at the back. So I pay my rent and, I start my journey. Now, while I was here, The first day, second day, I looked at myself. I'm like, okay, I come to town every day. I feed, I transport myself, but where is this money coming from? I need a constant source of income. And you know, events don't come in all the time, every single day. And at that time I was just picking up, I was starting. So I looked around the building where I was working, and I was like, what moves so fast? I saw people eat, people love food. And I'm like, if I did something, if I bought something, snacks or something, I think they would thrive. So there was this evening, I walked into a supermarket, Tuskys. I walked into that supermarket and there were cakes there. I looked at these cakes and I was like, I think these cakes are tasty and nice. So I bought these cakes. I went back home and I gave them to people at home. I was like, you guys, try these cakes and tell me what's up. What do you think? They're like, these cakes are tasty, they are nice, I could have another, give me. I'm like, okay. I went back the next day, I bought 15 cakes. I bought them to the shop. I walked around every single shop at Equatorial. People bought them.
You said, I have cakes, I have cakes.
Yes. Within no time, the cakes were done. I'm like, okay, this is good business. I went back, I would sell 30 to 50 a day. So it was good business. Now this cake started running. They would give me rent, sustain me here and there. And then when the events would come in, that money would do, something. And that is how I thrived. Like, that is how late events picked up. And then from then, I think Tuskys closed after COVID. So he was so supportive. He wanted to see me thrive. He would come around. He was so excited, And then he tells me, you know what? He enrolled me in baking school. He told me, you know what, go ahead, do baking and everything. He was supportive. We started school. I started baking school. I expanded from events. We just don't do events alone. We do cakes. And then I also didn't stop there. He's a doctor. But I would see him, he had passion for music. He loved, music and everything. So I told him, why don't you do something? I do events. I'm into the events world, and most times when I decorate and bake, people want music. They move hand in hand. Why don't you go ahead and, do something? You could. So we went ahead and purchased music systems. So we got music systems and we have that whole package. So that is us. That is how we run our events. We have cakes, we have decor, we decorate any type of function, and at the same time we supply music system.
Girl, you're a Wonder Woman. God bless you.
Thank you.
Wow, that's amazing. So where are we at now?
What does it take for one?
How is business going?
Right now, business is, I should say, beautiful. Because we run business every single month. We have events coming in throughout the year, and we don't take that for granted. This has come because of referrals. The few people I started with right from the start, I would do one small function and someone would forward me to another, and then we are now who we are because of all those people.
What's your last message to the young women out there?
That's a big
my message to the young women out there: be resilient. Be resilient, be restless for what you want.
Amen. And remember to match prayer with hard work. They go hand in hand. Do not relax and think that when you pray, everything will just fall like manna. No, it does not.
Why have they come here? Because these members have said to take the opportunity so that our staff can come and register and also train those who can go and assist others in the villages. My mother and my grandmother who is in the village, does not need to come to where we are today.
Okay.
You only go and get somebody who has that smartphone. We can download the app, and he will be able, she or he will be able to be registered. Even printing the card is very easy. You can go to any printing place, they will print the card. Now, that is how it is done. So you can't say that, oh, my mother in Agago, how will she reach here? No, my mom, you just only look for somebody who has what you call, but even those who do mobile money, they can help because they are the ones who have gone technology. And we have shared with this, you just you can register using your phone number or email, and the system will verify your number.
Okay.
It is very straightforward. You can do it using your national ID, they will enter in and it will verify you. And you choose the type of the card you want. Now, the lowest is 5,000, that's the membership. We moved from 1,000 to 5,000 because we want also to show that you're a member of the we're not forcing you to do it. But there are also rates there, 10, 20, 30, 50, depending up to 5 million. I think that's the highest. Up to 10 million. 10 million for life members. But when you pay the 10 million, what happens, that one must go to the party national council to clear it.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's not that you just get on that. It is very easy by then when you click on it, it will show the system how it moves.
Okay.
Now, you come and say, but other parties like NRM give for free. Yes, they give for free because for them, they want you to have something.
But do they also have do they do digital registration?
No. We're the first party.
So?
No, they have their paperwork.
That you graduated from, or you're graduating from.
And that's why you remember one time they said that Mama and Papa
run away with it.
Run away with the register. But for us, nobody can run away with the register now. And when you stand, we will know which card you have because in the system, before the Secretary General gives his signature for you to go understand, you will cross-check your number. Quickly it will. There will be no fake one. There's even a barcode, a QR.
That can scan.
Yeah, you just put in there, say this is a number of a member.
Okay.
In fact, we have one here from my sister Margaret.
Yeah, I think the cameraman can try to maybe zoom on that. For
the
those
one of Margaret you can see.
Yes.
When you can see here, this is a picture. The moment that one, the camera will take the picture.
Yes.
This is a signature of the Secretary General. But this will be the details, and this is the number FDC 1022, and it will show this is the ID. CF means a woman, CM means a what? A man. And if you see CM with a woman, then mean that is wrong. So that is fine. So now the one I was talking about is here. If you get a QR, and you put it on this one here. You know how it looks, the QR.
Okay.
It will bring the auditor that is Madam Margaret Okuri Madanda, and this is a number.
All right.
So that's
Honorable, just in less than 15 seconds, let's get this short break. Right, thank you so very much, and I welcome you back from that short break. And yes, Honorable, maybe you conclude and we give a chance to Honorable.
Yeah, so what I was trying to say that the advantage is that there's no way you can go to Erare and say I've crossed from FDC to your party, whichever NRM or your place or DP, and hand over a card.
Okay.
Because that one is not a card. When you want, you just go to the system and say, I've deregistered. This one has helped us to deal with those who can go and buy our cards and wait for Mukura or Museveni to come here and hand over. Okay. But also the good thing also with it shows more seriousness of party members. Because if you get your card, it means you must be very serious with it.
Okay.
I can tell you that this will also help us in structure. And what we're calling on people, that we now need you to go back and make our structures strong, So that when the structures grow strong, our members will come and whenever we stand will win.
Okay.
As FDC, we're on unity. Okay. We're on unity. We are saying we're calling on everybody from whichever party who wants really democratic systems in this country, who wants this country to move forward, because Museveni has been around for 40 years. Whatever he has done. But he cannot add anything more because, one, this education system we're talking, it needs another person to fix it so that everybody enjoys. This tariff system needs another person to fix, not him. And I feel so sorry about my brothers and sisters of NRM. Say I can't live in NRM. When he goes to the hospital, drugs. When he takes his children to school, he says you must pay fees. And when he can't afford his running, the NRM party is trying to look about, cannot even give him any single shilling.
All right.
But yet if the system was working, that would be happening. In fact, we're trying to say that many of us who started many years ago, the system was so good that nobody would be left around. If your parent had no faith, the district administration will be there, the cooperative, the union will be there. That is why there were bursaries for black children, and you only had to leave school yourself. Right. And now when many children are not every day we receive messages.
Thank you.
I've been removed from I'm not going to exams in the university because they want to zero balance.
Thank you, Honorable. Thank you so very much for that elaborate communications that you have given about the electronic digital registration for FDC party membership. Iwang chama dile ready ye weka jola Honorable Okina Pipi kenekata kikamaro pitch we komini a summary pangoma Secretary General ulo ilabachuli.
Apo ritual Ricardo la dit mamewa Secretary General oberga tero kwa kontero kita chalo George man madongi George computer ni ubetime kwere ipata ni FDC eno wajuni ikarmo karangeji ono wano choy man la choy kalam si ono beri yoto twal bor yoto mo mi ki kad mano erono ki patani mi chere rally ka kamo nyuro en kad eroni wajini ende loke o romo a chero pati mi UPC nyo NRM ki kad man mananti kweli wajini ende loke o ento choy ma wano tiga choy ne kubega madong ti digital te lokati ni ka ini mir ki parti achalo mi FDC mir ko ini chere computer kuida chide wayi ni rutni ki computer pero mo rutni me mi ukad te ini mi ukad ero ni puti computer kuida te lokati ni input pay cho input pay rutni ki parti manu wayi ni carte yeni ci te lokati ni ini ni obiru te lokati ni wilogo ni ma wano ti yeni don kubere ni dano tika donyo I lodge nyo kara me computer ten lokati ni one macharo pata mi FDC wano ni piera tek mi chako neno church magi choi computer dok meno beru pati ma chiel I Uganda kaka eneni matiga choi kuri church eneni ka unu upoi karmo karangej lo NRM ma no Secretary General gitia mama Mbabazi uberga working page magi choy ni yellow book si karmon wano berga wuni mam baba zo reyon ke book erni de lokati ni peti ngato mo no bere NRM party de na mam reyon ke book erni te lokati ni pe party mi NRM ento enini in pero reyon ke computer pero reyon ke gina ke choy computer mi charge ka mo ka inde ra ko ni computer te lokati ni bere computer ni wek ini chocho ene ni mero ini betki chimching ka ine mero chone piri keni mero beti chimching ene wano ngeni pat kino dogitik electronic gadgets dimu kana ni duju ka karno romo pa joamo ron berutie pa do kitgo ron berutie munu joma nu pegi chimching te loka betini ka an ko pipi o keno jara amiro be la même ami FDC ano en girma merge kwanki computer ni akera raka chimma kada raka chimma ana tu cho ne mere chwa be ina no be ne ti ni kere ti wo ti wa ulaya ti wa kwene ti wa ke bupi am kane i rombe la member i chimma megi kidu gima perte ma lo ka ini neno parti mi FDC benetiki plan bene ne ke choyo tiano matetiano we ke induce ngini parti uno tiano mwaka ke lugwa porom fura keta no gen tega donye parti no ge gitika kon ket me choyo tiano matetiano mano mero betie donc ano logo ni ti merdano ngeji mario apigi tego ni irombe la chwa parti mi FDC ento no iripe la member ke chwaka no pogi chao kan irombe la member la bolle ka iri neno nane wano bega karkin pinkanya aneno mege kilo tiano bade tiano no getika kerro chingi kuma en no wano tika karo ene ten lokati ni gene chao kan no pege rombe lo member eno gen tika chwako ngo parti mi FDC donc registration in a team to toilet pe joma bero bero lo member e ka ini mi la member mi parti mi FDC ene ini chone donc somebody ma be mi ko ene ni ario a der bokara ngej eno wajo kama leng ni ineno list ma ke cho ki a chule sab region kan kit gum na ne won kom mi parti mi kit gum way no ko re dar mo chone kit gum through the digital system donc oro ali ba chel ki wiye ento gulu kan ne chakala wo mi o team ka ine neno in the system donc o ken ali ba ngwen chera ali ba beach eno ni nyurni dana da tika na nimero biene chone I parti mi FDC membership eno ka ine donyo I chimba no inde loading gene adan loading gene cha I chako diune ino ke kerro level nyo category mi membership mo pon ma papa ti membership mo kan ine chol ali ba biji membership mo kan chol ali ba pa mo kan ali piario o we million apa eno ka inde mi robe la même matwal mi parti ire chulo si parti ka dirma go beru penny national council ka don gene way ngar iri non rombe live membership yana ne non tit ma be ma ine beru ka tine parti mi FDC kitawo ne we pere bi takke per live members mo kana ge biro ge chenda era cha kana ge takke e ge takke mo kana way no ko gena ngo eto makka ke mini live member no mero dano beru way e la member ni qualify mi beru live member chirong en ma chala secretary general ma mewa me parti anything a lock but one or do you to let your material actually ni enemy po we down ni gimma la dit you with Museveni do timo machalo president mi Uganda do timo do giko gino manyen madok la dit do be category kama leng donc peke kera donc team gena ngo donc peke ka ine lok mi yot kom ine lok mi ponyenyo lok mi kwan ko be donc tammo manyen maro biro be konyo dano petie donc miro ni ka twere waneno dokko aloha moko betie were lok mi yot kom obetima be bot wakan lok mi kwan obetima be bot wakan ki lok mi tela lok mi democracy miro betima be wan kubere wan lukin gango duju wan ngiyo ngo matika time wangiyo ngo matika time kin wakanyo duju dano wen kubiri bedel ko doy yiro ot madu yiro tika duniye ikaru wa ko jiro piene wini wo ko cham chana tika moni wo ko gira ngo tika en baledum ennu ma wana tika lo ni ma en secretary jero tika lo ne si non waju ni mere lek bot dano duju ni kong non ke kera loha were dok man ma dore lok kom yot kom lok ma dore kom ponye ubet ma be Uganda kan Uganda bet kaber ma do dano romberiye la fo kera yira mona pil ma eno mi eno ana
for my technical ladita honorable Okin PP ma en ti la member me parliament me pichwa man ikigum dogbere ti ko tawone kitim me party me FDC ma ti kwetgi studio me really patches me a chilkechem atonne agwen fama kuch pa Crystal pe one wing you channel me na matini. I would love to bring on board Mr. President I want to assume this e-digital registration is part of the 2026 general elections preparation, and it's coming at a time when you are still the president of the party FDC. Actually, you're the third president of a FDC party. What does this mean to you? And perhaps, what are those other things that the party could be doing to prepare the grounds for 2026?
Thank you very much, Ricardo. And again, I want to thank you for having us here on the show. Very quickly, just to say that our cards can no longer be adulterated. Somebody going to NASA Road to print a card and waving it, claiming, you know, this is FDC member crossing from one party, from the FDC to another party, that is not going to happen anymore. Because this is system-based. And so for you to get even a single card and bring it out to the open to cross, it needed to be your card. And you needed to have declared through the system, as the Secretary General has said, that you are no longer a member of the party. Now, it's possible to click the computer and get to know the number of members you have across the country. Now, I wish to say to listeners and viewers that they need to distinguish between members and supporters. We do not say that unless you have this card of 5,000 or above, that you are not, you know, part and parcel of our journey as the FDC. You can still not have a card. You can still not be a member, but be a supporter. And again, the figures from the Conservative Party of the UK, in a democracy of 45 million people, up until recently, the Democratic Party, the Conservative Party of the UK was in power. And the space that, you know, the difference between the membership, the number of members, and what they required to win the election accounts for the supporters of the party. So if you are, wherever you are in Labo or, you know, any part of the sub-region, you need to know that this is something that belongs to you, but even if you are unable to get a card, you can still continue to support the FDC.
Okay.
Now, it's true that this is a strategy to prepare for the elections of 2026, and I want to declare here that the National Executive Committee and the National Council did decree that we, as the FDC, are going to be part of the election of 2026. Okay. Now, of course, in talking about election of 2026, we need to reflect on what happened in the election of 2021. And you rightly said on this show that, you know, this is the second time we're actually interacting, the first time being when I came to the sub-region together with the team from the FDC to canvass for votes for our candidates and also to canvass for votes for the presidential candidate.
Yes.
And I do remember that we went across the sub-region from east to west. We went to all the districts of Acholi, and what a joy it was to meet with the people of Acholi. But of course, as you realize, the election itself was really restrictive in the sense that everywhere I went, together with my team, we were attacked by the military, we were attacked by the police, who were stopped from going to places that we're supposed to visit. You know, we I was actually on one single day imprisoned twice. And in total, in the 65 days, I was held hostage by the Uganda Police Force and the Army 45 times. And, in Acholi, here, held in the vehicle of the DPC, of the RPC actually, in Kitkum, where I was driven around in handcuffs, and then released when they wished to release me. When we arrived in Gulu City, there was a lot of tear gas here, but the brave people of Gulu City fought back. That is the day when I was again confined at the police CPS here in Gulu City, and I could hear battles going on between the police and the common citizens throughout the night. And these experiences were all over the place. And therefore, our coming to the region, the sub-region, like we have been to 4 other sub-regions, is for us to make our intentions known to whoever wants to listen to us, including the authorities. And of course, I would like to express my disappointment with the police authorities and the army here in Gulu City that kept blocking our way. We had agreed on a route to take, and we were meant to go through the center of Gulu City, and this was not allowed to happen. And strangely, wherever we have been, in Soroti, we moved smoothly. In Mbale, there was no hindrance. We went to Kasese, that is considered a war zone, an area where there is instability or some kind of instability in the minds of the people. We were able to also move unhindered, and the same applied to Arua, where we really passed in the middle of town. Now, I would like to assure the police that our members are under our control, that we are not this kind of political party that comes through town, and after we have left town, people are crying of losses. They have lost their telephones. Somebody has cut their pockets and removed money. Somebody has stepped on their tomatoes. We always instruct our members not to be rowdy, and I think that there should be no reason for any force, security force in this country, to doubt our capacity to control our people, and we have done this everywhere. So I don't think that we should be put in the regime of those political organizations that leave a trail of blood whenever they visit a place, that leave tears in in the eyes of the citizens, the common man, when they come to hold a political procession or rally in that part of the country. Now, talking about the e-registration, of course, we've told our members that for you to contest as a party flag bearer, you've got to be a registered member of the party. And I think I want to take a moment, as we even talk about 2026, to most sincerely thank the people of Acholi who accepted to listen to our message, even if it was in a scanty manner, despite all the restrictions that we had across the sub-region in the run-up to 2021 elections. You managed to give to us leaders at different levels. And I would like to mention, the members of parliament. My brother P.P. Okin, seated next to me, is as a result of the hard work of the people of Chua West. My brother Dennis Oneka Litamere, we did fight with the people of Kitku, the market women who came out to greet us. On that day there was a function of ANRM, by the way, in Kitku. And the people of these people putting on yellow ran out of the function of NRM, and they welcomed us to Kitgum, even if we were pursued by the police. And they went on to elect two strong leaders, Dennis Onekalit and Mary, somebody groomed by the FDC, and my brother, the Honorable PP Okin Ojara. When we came to the city here, there was hard work that brought into place or extended the being in Parliament by the Right Honorable Betty Olo-chan. We went, of course, to Amuru, and Amuru, of all the districts in Uganda, scored the maximum points in bringing the Honorables Lucy Akello, Anthony Akol, and Gilbert Olanya. It was not without incident. I remember on that day, we got worried when my sister Lucy Akello collapsed. And I thought, she would not recover. But, by the grace of God, she recovered. And we got a number of leaders at the level of mayor, LC3 chairpersons, councillors. We harvested, in fact, actually is the single region that produced the highest number of political leaders in the election of 2021, and as far as FDC is concerned. And so I must thank all our mobilizers, those who stood with us, the voters, for accepting to embrace the message of the FDC. Now, of course, going forward, we are going to build on what is existing, what we do have as the FDC. And of course, it is one reason why we would like to call on our people. The divisions at the top should not affect them. Allow us to sort out the divisions at the top. They should not be manifested here at the lower levels. Because, the problem is at the top, not at the bottom. And clearly there is, people love their party. Wherever they have gone, they have shown this to us. They, in Soroti, they told us, please don't bring your quarrels from the headquarters here at the national level. In Mbale, the same thing. In Kasese, in Arua the other day. And the huge attendance that came to Kaunda Ground today is also a manifestation of the fact that people love their party and they are less concerned about what the quarrels that the leaders engage in. Ours is really a fight for supremacy in the party. And I think that one thing that is very, very clear, and I would like to point on this show, is that the FDC has remained one.
Okay. It
is one in the sense that it is the party that registered in 2004. That is when our formation was guaranteed.
Okay.
It is a party that is run by leaders recognized by the regulator. That is the Electoral Commission, the regulator of political organizations in this country.
Okay.
It is a party whose address is registered with the Electoral Commission. Plot 1164, Entebbe Road, that is Najanamkumbi.
Right.
In a place called Najanamkumbi. It is a party that can sponsor candidates without the signature of the Secretary General and the seal of the party that we have. Nobody can become a candidate of the FDC. This party is a party that runs accounts. And at the moment, it's Nandala Mafabi, who is the Secretary General, who is recognized. His signature is recognized in the bank. The Treasury General, the Honorable Geoffrey Kanya, his signature is recognized in the bank. And you can't draw a penny without the signature of these two people.
Right.
So, to our friends who are disillusioned, who might have been misled into believing that, this party is collapsing, that this party is going to be taken to Museveni, we come here to Gulu City to reassure the people of Acholi that this party is going nowhere.
All right. Thank you so very much, Mr. President. Yes, you had a very great event at Kaunda Grounds today in Gulu City. And some of the prominent FDC members that I personally know them, and I expected them to also be in the field were not there. You rightly said the issue at hand is at the top. Now, I don't know how you would look at it, that these FDC leaders who should have been with you in the field were actually doing other things. Then the locals were also looking at them. And don't you think this will bring a serious impact onto your current move of conducting the e-registration?
Well, yes, it's true that it could affect us, but I don't think it's going to affect us significantly. Because really, the leaders are made by the local people. Nobody becomes a leader unless they are voted by the local people.
Sure.
And so, whereas leaders are very, very important to us as FDC, I think the most important people, those who are the building blocks of the FDC, is this person in Pade, in Atanga, in Pajule, in Kalongo, in Atiak, in Pabo. These are really in Palenga. These are the people, we really adore, because without them, we can't have leaders. And so really, as we engage our leaders who may have chosen to go one side or another, because, it's their right to belong, we continue to appeal to our grassroots supporters not to look as individuals.
Okay.
But look at their party. And the FDC has distinguished itself in this. I do remember that we had in Acholi here, very great leader called Megu Beatrice Atimogwal. Anua.
Yes.
I beg your pardon. Very strong, founder member. But she decided that it was time for her to leave. In fact, I have a history with Beatrice Anwar. I was chosen by Dr. Bessie to accompany her to State House.
Yes.
We have a policy that before you go to meet Mr. Museveni, you have to inform the leadership of the party. And, I was chosen by the leadership of the party to accompany her and listen to her conversation with Museveni. Although, it was veiled, it had become a bit clear to me that Beatrice Wanyal was on her way out.
Okay.
And I reported this to the party. She left the FDC. But the people of Kitgum municipality remain firmly attached to their political organization. What happened to her in the next election? She stood as independent, escaped in that election of 2016. When it came to 2021, the people said, no, we love our party more than we do love you. You have betrayed us. And she went. She's in parliament today as a minister on account of Mr. Museveni appointing her, not the people of Kitgum.
Thank you.
Now, this could happen to any political leader. But, one interesting thing about the FDC that all the other political organizations need to learn is our ability to stand after a fall.
All right.
Somebody leaves, we continue.
Right.
So ours does not depend on individuals.
All right.
And this is why, after the election of 2017, the internal election, Muntu got so uncomfortable staying in the FDC. He left with a large number of members of parliament. We tried to persuade some to come back. They did come back to the FDC. Others decided to go independent. Most of them ended up in a political disaster. They never returned to parliament. And what we are stating as the FDC, there can be strong individuals in the FDC, but they are not really above the constitution of the FDC.
Thank you so very much.
And so I want to use this opportunity to appeal to our leaders who may have misunderstandings with us to listen to us. We are prepared to talk to them.
Okay.
We would like them to continue with this ended the journey that we set out to undertake to bring total liberation to this country. And before we have done that, it's a great risk. It would be a betrayal of the people for anybody to lose focus and, to begin moving in different directions from the direction that we agreed to go to take.
Right.
And this goes for not only actually, it goes for all the other sub-regions of this country.
Thank you so very much, Mr. President. Allow us, dear listener and the viewer outside there, to take a very short commercial break. And then when we return, his Honorable Okinpipi will help us understand what Mr. President was talking about. And then we shall give some time to Madam Margaret to say a word. And then we open up our studio lines so that you give us your questions or comments on what we have so far been talking about.
Dun mapatpat majurokuan o pinwe onom yung twin ila two parents Nasarian Primary School gang kwan manay tilagam ikumfunye mape kalok akatupen kiken ba wano kichaden imwa kamau karo alibariyo kipira riviete lutina pao yo bichen mau pinye gang kwan man pitian na meachil apun weno karo ki first grade kalo tina piyar mo kanani o karo is second grade gang kwan man ti day ki body dok wa miyo kwan menon po lutina kwan man tino pen mape ichaka iklaja beach me o iklaja pero watiki mutaka man school van magawa lutino ni kipajo tuwani gang kwan kabeli tuwa ochian waipajo ila two parents para timi weko lutino kimini kichama pejo pia mara mamod malay hostel nyoka vuruma pe pilitino kwan kun bomi boko kui pilitina mal yen gang kwan mantik room walk defense dok CCTV camera pilitie makonyo mino na gam ka chainen kin mo marajo time gang kwan man ibiali lok man me maji dok dong wa winner ne kichiang yen wa jiki standby generator matuke kene te maji dok ni ta well school fees tima pore dok wan nyang pero pali nyuru pene o wa yechu michu chone dum tika wala nyini gang kwan man bin we gam admission megitin pingej matut go chim ina Machera pira bichela rio, abichela chel, abichela rio, abungena bungen. Kel latini, well known for Nimape, in La Cho Parents, Nasarian Primary School, La Cho. The Covenant Bar and Grill Kingi, La Be Mea Chuli Grand Finale. Meanwhile, Barrio Kipiera Julian when Money eat the Covenant Bar and Grill in the Power Bero Mentri Man Boro Wagaman Piniye Indikumi Nyamo Mangeo Tikmera Chupadia Chuli Woroki Dio Chala Nyadwe Do Be Panyaga Chuli Kikome Money the Covenant Ichi Amite Many the Power Bero Mentri La Boro Man Piniye Do Yel Kipato Loverboy Kununa do you cash and wakabi well kuli bili yoratira Iba make get bito mommy no ticket chon Ito get bito na niba biro Kido in my miro no kabiro Ito na niba pa Table bidana wen Titili and leave me a jet Can kun woroki wine Baking DJ Saha Kajeki DJ Brian Pro Man piya nga Matina pay me actually Grand finale Ito Covenant kiken
St. Anthony Counseling, Training and Sales Development Institute located in Lacho Center adjacent to Lacho Hospital, Obia East Subward, Badege Division, Guru City, invites application to study short and long courses in counseling psychology at certificate and diploma levels. Long course certificate in counseling psychology takes 2 years in 4 semesters, and long course diploma in counseling psychology takes 2 years in 4 semesters, with each semester lasting for 4 months. We have weekend study programs that run from Friday afternoon from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m., on Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and also on Sunday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. The school is open for both assigned sexes and gender, Ugandans and international students. For certificate programs, a Ugandan must bear Uganda Certificate of Education UCE or its equivalent, and international students must have an equivalent of Uganda Certificate of Education. For diploma programs, Ugandan must have Uganda Advanced Certificate of Education UACE or its equivalent. International students must have equivalent of UACE. Short courses includes guiding and counseling, HIV/AIDS counseling, family counseling, addiction counseling and child and adolescents counseling, and micro skills in counseling. Eligible persons can obtain application forms from the Office of Academic Registrar at non-refundable fee of 50,500 shillings for diploma in counseling psychology and 30,500 shillings for certificate in counseling from July 1st to August 1st, 2024. Application forms should be returned to the same office by latest 5 p.m. of August 30th, 2024. For more information, you can contact us 0784-568577, or you can send email to admin@sactsdi-institute.info. St. Anthony Counseling, Training and Skills Development Institute. Mental health is vital.
Right, thank you so very much for actually staying always tuned to Radio Patches 101.4 FM, Peace of Christ for All. And Radio Format Technical in the Karakari, we know Radio Patches. And I would love to also say thank you so very much to our dear viewers who are right now viewing us on the various TV stations and platforms. It's still Radio Patches that you are focusing on and listening to. With me recording the studio, having my guests from FDC, both regional and national levels, right here. Ye like really work Akil Honorable Okin PP, where Kome Botina Ngoma Party President FDC, Honorable Patrick Oboy Moriat Oberka Titune Malupe Kilapain Mamio, Honorable Julie.
Poi Ritual Ricardo, poi vena inmeti winyo radio chawani, kimeti kananone online. La dit Party President Mamewa, lo kom and lock me registration mawanuti lo church mawanuti yeni ni ubino e karma be lo bene bene tie ni pedongi romo tuko kwere kita jar wono nano kat mo kar ngechi ono ki tuko kere yo mo ke ken ngato mo romo chero mere machine to what America to where till a member. Uno peocho and a cacamoge can. See what America cati jabane. Catcha a lock and you gimono Timo Mary we name no chanta chicharon your Rebecca Camonaway and then lock. She era non pove lare, Kangaroo Timo Gana Cumeno, Roma Romano Timuyamo. Bien lock me chona enemy. Tie or no tie computer number by FDC. Matie or no inter. Pere wang ma ini chero ene computer enoni ka ini dio oni chimi dio ni in pe mero bella mema me FDC chi in romo a ki party kono ga pe i romo ini beri party la mo kira yela mo ki bera ma rio i romo chero computer tu nge well dano wen well do member a party ka ini dio ko mane pap tu nyota kama leng mangeto mo ke kande to nge well members mano geno jone i party ka unity ki access mi gene me application enani kendo tirbeni wan machalo dana mirwange apoka ikin gena kilone membership ki supporters kidong mirbe wangeni i romber la supporter nyola chwa party mi FDC erno in petit la member erne pe balo gimo do pe dano mi ro chone e ber lo member yo kere tie mano gen mere giti magerno mo bolo qui che parti mi FDC che non mi requere e ando wadi be kamaleng ni ika choke man makiluoni National Executive Council ma ene dul ma dong doro ma gi meki ma gi mi tam ma gikki I girango ma mero pat NEC National Executive Council wajani dulle kero beru pengu wajani ye matika biru mahali bario kipero bicheli party mi FDC tegareda ni lo members mo meki magene kero mechun itera mapat pangeno karro qui kibene president madong a maleyo kakambu 7 aki I party me FDC dore en machalo party president en be worro ko kin pinyo ko duju kite kar mo kar ngi ene bedo ka won ka wi po ni ene bedo I 2021 ni bedo ka won kin pinyo ko duju kira be dich be timata benti kamo kan ma ene worro ye ki goye I kwanyo wane ko ruño wane bedo ka won ki tiene nono mukana ki tuetie ki maka mukana ki chal ki bole ki pin ka kamo mano police mare ene no ni ye mukana ki maka tien piera ngan wi a bit kulo mage maka mage tue buj si an la uma kar mage ni chero kit gum u beru tian ma chiet mage tuetie o ki pingo kage chero we American pin kunata chiene mi po kuna gina kumano time one machalo actually wanoni party mi FDC PRT wachalo lo members mi parliament ma aki actually maromo gena bichel ken pipi jarati ye negali Denis Amerti ye migo beta holu chanti ye Luisa Kiluti ye Anthony Colti ye Gilbert Lanyati ye muna enoni lo members mi party mi FDC ma aki actually sub-region. El mi repo actually tira. Ni kumete kimio utela mabejo kita chala wakwano nyingi enini me beru katela actually yoma ati kembe jaro meta kwere. Ndir maka gene dugu gene benano ni gilogo pilotela eni kibene gilogo pilotela mo kana manyen makiromo yerogi mi chartele parliament yo kana beru won comme bit beru councillors beru mayors gira mo tuju. Et donc elle est whiteboard dans ni nguru nyo ko mon matika wunye pata mi FDC ene lego ni mero pegin enyo obin do kin wakan kapako kin wa one pata members party members mero bet inta party members mero wek lok nguru ni ki tiek ki Kampala kamano tiye pen gini ngiyoti lok ngom wa tele ene tiye tele ene polle kara tiye lok man mi nan ni ngama dit maloyo si gene ki wek gene tele kunu peyo ba lok me parti nyo ki pañu bot wakanyo e ci le sub region pien FDC ti pata chel ki ken maki choyo i 2004 registration marketing e pata mi FDC 2004 ma electoral commission ti ngeji ye donc be gene electoral commission ko gazette ngoko ka ine ne no be kumberini stamp accounts ki seal ki bana address pa parti mi FDC tie kama ene tika teleni pitika kama ma pa ti lwa pa chule mi rungeni parti mi FDC ti makwo parti mi FDC ti mater
Right.
chilo magini penyo ni ina ne na lo members mo kana gubel pare e chiro gamu be wajini o mero wano ngeni one ena wano chwa parti mi FDC umero wangeni lo members mati FDC nyolo telani giene petit FDC gien be getingo part of ngo FDC gien be rombe rupe ero FDC me rumeta nyim yero chuma ter meta nyim o bolo la bolle ni wober kan nano lo members mo kanna chalo me gubitre za nywa kar mo karangej eno te mutake la kirmo de kenyu cherro ci la wu mada lo wax way no in chal in chapitre 3 kon donc in du gan makano yuweri po chim en be minister kon wa ganyo ben pewe parliament
Right.
roma ki muntu una no ngomo teme ko muntu jeno muntu be party president la uma mo khodi puñ ki lu même parliament ma pol ci karma eno cherro lo ak berma kameno mo khaki yene wayni a wandong ba Inde okay pat mi FDC wanong polo ku wa ko members ma ero ko ni wani ga chiel mo ngaro mo dong chene pala maro pe
kakare
si ere lego ni wa beru kichuna chiel mi ripe mi nero ni walaro Uganda lobu Uganda ki lo bati makmalone lo ya chonya anon lo du
Ofoy, total honorable Okina PP, like really what don't ki teki ramarama ya pa we when we can we chawa when me Otieno Kurom and yes I think our talk show has scheduled. We are supposed to end at 10 and we have got only 14 minutes to 10. But then we can't really leave out the studio without hearing from our only yeah. And so I would love to bring on board Madam Margaret. We had the party president talked of a number of things, amongst which the issues within the FDC party. And I think that's not the only issue within the FDC party as of now. I know there are so many issues because of late we saw about 36 members of this party arrested and deported from Kenya. I don't know what exactly happened and what the party is actually doing in that regards, amongst other issues within the party. And you have got about, you have very few minutes, by the way. You have about 4 minutes to give us that. And Madam Margaret Abino Camilo Mamekela Radio, in my particular pain, itiki tam, walego nimeno, itiki number chim me studio mamekwa, my tuero choyo, la pen mamege choya, ituero tikijera bero, aboro, amwen, aria bero, abicha bero, abero, ario. You can send for us your questions on these studio SMS or WhatsApp number, which is 0784 275772. Drop us your comments or questions right on that SMS or WhatsApp number. Madam Margaret, you're welcome.
Thank you very much. Really, time has run so fast, and yet I had also a number of issues. But maybe before anything, I want to take this opportunity to thank the people, sincerely thank the people of Bulu for welcoming us in such a big numbers. I want to thank the organizing committee and the area MPs that were part of this process. We go back to the headquarters very proud people that really our party is solid. And so moving forward, you talked, Ricardo, you talked about the internal issues. Yes, it would be hiding in our heads in the sand if we did not talk about the internal squabbles. We appreciate that as a party we have gone through a lot of internal squabbles, but I want to encourage our people that sometimes I think, I don't know whether it was my Secretary General who I read a statement that not all storms come to destroy you. Some actually come to refine you. And for me, I think that the storm that FDC has gone through has refined us. We are now a very solid party. We are a very refined party, and as you can see, that we really moving. We are moving, and the momentum that the party is now gaining, it can never be reversed. So I want to appeal to all the members of FDC that had thought that this party had gone to waste. As you can see, your party is still strong, the party is still loved, so please be active, come out and be part of this strong, energized, solid party that is going to remove the dictatorship that we are dealing with. And you know, the reason I'm saying so is because the reason why people should not lose hope is because, as the party president indicated, when FDC was formed, it was not just formed to remain in opposition, where the FDC party was formed to take over power and deal with the issues that are affected really people in this country. I was moving around this city, and there's two issues that I want to talk about if time will allow. For example, the issue of charcoal burning. You know, we have the problem of charcoal burning in Acholi sub-region. And you know, you really appreciate the people when they say, please don't cut the trees. But now the challenge is, if government was interested in the livelihood of people, Uganda, there is a lot of sunshine. Why hasn't government invested in solar so that people can no longer have intention to use charcoal, you know? If the government really invested in solar with this so much sunshine, this government here pays some power, you know, which is not used, but they have to pay to the South African company, you know. If that power was given to the population, then people, maybe some people would be using power for cooking, for domestic use. But because the government is only interested in sustaining themselves in power rather than looking at the needs of people, then you see all these perpetual problems coming and people fighting each other, you know, like now you have people fighting, the people who deal in charcoal say now this is our livelihood. Then the people who want to preserve the environment are saying no, you cannot really do what? Cut down the trees. But it is all because of the government failure to ensure that they cultivate solar power, then save our trees here. So, as far as the party is concerned, I want to urge members that please, and the people of Acholi sub-region, I don't know, you seem to be sliding, and yet this was the real rock of the FDC party. Come next election, let's again go back and paint this Acholi sub-region the blue that it was that we knew. And now I don't also want to cheat my constituency, the women, that the party is calling everybody to show up, to get interest in participating, in presenting themselves for elective positions. Now, the challenge we have as women is that many times you see women struggling for one position, that is the women's seat. And I want to encourage all of you women who are listening, women, my sisters from the Acholi sub-region, that when the party calls upon you to present yourself, don't limit yourselves to only the women's seat. What the Constitution provides is, I want to use the example of the home, that there are two types of food. There is posho and millet, you know? Yes. And the Constitution has said, all of you can eat the posho. But because that posho, maybe the men were eating faster than the women, then there was a provision of also the millet, you know? So they said, okay, all of you will eat the posho. But then there is also provision of millet. But now the millet, only the women should eat the millet.
The affirmative action.
The affirmative seed. So that affirmative seed does not stop you from contesting. Your eating of millet does not stop you from eating the posho. So please, the women out there, contestants LC1, contestants councillors for mainstream, and also women councillors, present yourself for constituency positions. Go for the women's seat. All these are your seats. And we as a party are really, really interested in having all of you register so that we come in as a party where there are so many people competing for one seat. We want to make sure that we resolve these issues so quickly and make sure by the time we reach the nomination, we have settled ourselves, we know who is going to contest where, because the history we have had is that many times when we have held primaries towards elections, people, there have been a lot of fallouts, and this has affected our returns. Okay. But now this time we are saying we want the candidates to show so quickly. Where there are 2-3 people, we go in and resolve, allow the candidates to talk to each other and leave that position for one person, so that by the time we really present the candidates, we are a solid team. Okay. I want to thank the people of Mbale because they are listening. We are live on Elgon FM and I think Bugisu Nation. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for following the FDC activities. Your party president is here, Secretary General is here, the MP Chua is here. And finally, you talked about our colleagues
who
are
36 members who were arrested and deported from Kenya.
Arrested. You know, it's good we have talked about internal squabbles, you know. Yes. So our colleagues went to Kenya without our knowledge. We really did not know what they had gone to do. But having said that, that does not mean that we don't appreciate the plight in which they are. So we are trying to see what exactly happened, you know, and then where it is possible, we have to stand with them, you know. Maybe we have to go check on them. If there are provisions of maybe help, you know, when you are arrested, there are so many things. You have left your family home, you've done this. Yes. So we have to see maybe provision of lawyers so that these people are helped out.
I am just imagining you saying that, yes, they went without your notice. Yes. You were not aware. No. And you say that they are your members. Yeah. Moreover, it's an international event, if I may say, because now they went across, actually, to the other side of Kenya. Yes. But then, yeah, we hope to see that, yes, as a party, you resolve that. We have only 2 minutes to 10 p.m. and we're glad that, yes, the management of the radio has given us more 30 minutes so that we can conclude this show. We thank Manager Bernard so very dearly. And, yes, Honorable PP.
Pour le toile meeting with radio, a lot new year of the toile, Mego President Mamewa. Il peño la peñ to toile pe daro piera der bia bichen makima ko ki Kenya ma gente wajane gen le party member ero gamo eno ne ro kama leng ma wunyo kero gi ko kwere wayne ada gen bene machal party unyo wan machal party wan yang ni jo piera der bia bichel ki ba ko gi Kenya donc kita jalo jono woro kere kuno uno lo parti madon machalo parti president ki SG ki jomo kanani no pegiti ki ngai ye eto gini nyang ni jo enini ada ginti lo parti members me FDC donc meta to toile machalo parti wan men yang ngo ma we ko ma ko ki kita ke ma ko ki kwede kita ke do ko ki kere Uganda ki bene bir chalo ngato boge ken ni kinwa ka peroti ko wan machalo patu bachum kinget anu ne kachiel meneno gerango mer ki team okay romani lo party members and magitini machalo patu mi FDC wan bi no yo machar ka neno gen mi penyo bene tamgi mi penyo gerango ma tika going through ki bene ka nen chalo loya ki gerango ki ni tie ki neno machalo gerango mer ki team okay ki chum ketgi ki peko magenti
Ladita Honorable Wekwa Noma Yu Macheka Dida Chiwati Dumete.
I think I put it well.
101.4 The governor docking my name man defenders now. Ijila jaricho na mwepi bola bola awaro na Bin wanyono la kubuku maliet wa miero miera churi mapat kuno wa rubuki no kilinga winega ma queen donyo tieme no ubi beru ki counter weekend mantu di chia get Vendors Night in the Covenant Metino Dum. Radio purchase is regulated by Uganda Communications Commission.
Wind down your Sunday with classic R&B non-stop at the Covenant. Oh yeah. It's in Tabit Dudu, Billy Wiki, my boy, we got no quarter dog. Man chaka wawachon, Doki Quail keeping, Bahana Hodiko. What not to mama boy we, Wing Kachel, Miel Kachel, Dotin Quo Kachel. In the Covenant. It's in Tabit Dudu, man, you make classic R&B wind down. Jammy Dudu Tie, Mat Mayong, Mat Makaita Lady, Deck Me Padu, Pop Bolimo, it's in Tabit Dudu, R&B wind.
Right for Matatu Twala and Radio, Medi Cheriki, Equana Mechatu will Machek Inu, ye Dwok Chawa Bot Honorable King Pipi, Ikinakadeke Ario, summarizing Mego Margaret Waju, Wekwa Don Meno, Kanena questions, Madano Gembuchara, you're paying Madano Gembuchara Kaine. Adieu.
Opo de Twal Ricardo, for Matatu Twal. Onono Achao Lokum, the members Mamewa. Mamego Laurier, Marimaro Gen Pierre Derrière Bichel, Marogi Kenya, Makombe de Negenti Hot Call. Mego Wajo Kamaleng ni one Machalo party members, and the party me FDC, one of which you Kachel Kijoni, Makimarogi, where you can kill you, do you? Menden no ni Ikojukogi, Kageramo Duguchen, Duguchen Kinwa. Uberi kinwa ubeteki yaro ke me parti fa FDC do ikingi ene mi rebetet kama leng ni utiano wa ma ake achule kan uberi gena de ngara chil waro ngeo uberu kansila me angwen Honorable Dennis nono kibene watiki Lam Florence mabe ano beru cancer ma ngwen kidong la tin wa chel ma aki no ha makilonye ogena dek ma aki bodwa kai kidong machalo party o ma chel wa mero chwal ngej bot family pa joni duju ki kore de wano tia terra to wa ko joni wa bi chunke bi ka chel menano ni kitimo jimi duju ma twere ma party romo timone were ki gonje geno dugi bodwa kai kidong ma girki mego berga lok ikom ko matie ipati eno wajoni ko cha mo kan bena pe nene dong right to twal eno bur la bol ni neno ka chalo kot mo biru ki pe nyu ki pe ma terre de ki yam ma terre icha okene do pe no biru ka loko yamo nyu la ka loko season karamero beti kwere pero ko biru ka bala na bala ci en matie ni bena obitum ma ene lego dano ni wangi ni parti mi FDC puti parti mater an lego dano o duju ma yang chon go beri parti mi FDC piani ya chuli sab region kanyuno tong nyoguri pa parti mi FDC onoti ya chuli mai kar mo kar ngej bi polutela weng mano ke chwala ki kore parliament ono we ko madi ki age parti mi FDC no ngene tamone mero mel ni ki kina kumeno kidong ma giki eno logo kombot mege ni wan mege mero wakati kama leng mineno ni wachung matek ni yupo kita chalo mero tela betikwere Uganda kany ya chuli kany kika bel mokana duju mege mero wakati kama leng mineno ni yupo tela keno ngeta kwere
for Matatu Honorable Okin PP Jim Maramo ma ini twala ka ini wakwano message ini no botina. At this material time, we would love to open up our studio lines for you to send in comments, and these are the studio numbers that you can use. Our MTN number is 0770 633 008. Airtel is 0754 318744. First caller, in already patches. Hello? Yes, so for you. Virtual man ngaki kwene. Yes, a James ki pala back la penya chel kai tikwene. Okay. For you. All right. That's James C from Palabek. He's only giving appreciation. Thank you so very much, James C. Number chima futa titula weko winyo kitunga botin. Radio Patches, hello? Yes. Yes, Okot Seconda. Where are you calling from? Yes. Your network is not very clear. Okay. 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 Mr. Seconda, can you summarize? Thank you. Thank you so very much, Mr. Seconda. Your time is up. Thank you. Thank you so very much. Because of time, we cannot give you so very many minutes to really give in all your comments. At least the respective honorables in the studio here have heard what you rightly ma o kare komchawa amwena me otiena. And so allow me now take on SMS and WhatsApp messages right here. Somebody says, I'm called Okwera Sunday from KU. Thank you for the show. Let me thank FDC party leaders. Never give up. We are strong in Acholi. God bless your jobs. That's Okwera Sunday from KU. Another a person actually comes in here and says, okay, I think that was the same person. Somebody says that, my goodness, okay, let me get from SMS now. This one says, greetings to the leadership of the mighty party. I'm Dennis Ola from Omoro. Secretary General, don't you think the confusion in NEC has spilled over to the local levels now that some local prominent members have not taken part in this exercise? 2. How confidently can we put our trust in the party that it can successfully remove a seemingly united and organized NRM party in 2026 with this current impasse in the party? Thank you, Dennis Ola. And then another person says, I'm Lakidi Buatira. Mr. President, who are the FDC chairs for Gulu District and Gulu City? Why were some prominent MPs from Acholi sub-region absent from your rally today? Where are the lower party structure belonging, since Katonga are also counting on them? Where are the 36 deported members belonging, and your comment? That's Lakidi from. Last one that I can take for now because of time factor. FDC is a big political party, I know. Please try to undo your differences at the top before it's too late. Thanks for e-registration is the way to go. And this one here is your name. But I will have to come back in the studios here and I give a time to our dear guests to respond to the questions and comments. I may be so sorry that we may not have so very much translations, but allow me now come back to the studios and we have the responses. I would love to start from the Secretary General. Yes, Honorable Nandala Mafavi. You had actually so many comments and questions.
I've had all, I've written. The first one was said thank you in our local language, actually.
Yes.
Then the Nupo guy said no FDC, no KB, no FDC.
Yes.
You see, this big man syndrome must stop. FDC is a party for members. It's not a one-man party. And the members is me, you, and the other. In fact, even if I go away, the party can't go away. You understand? Because it's built on a strong strong foundation. And to show you that there is a problem, he now says Nandara Nandara, agents of Museveni, and we Betty what is missing and whatever. Let me give background. First of all, I'm not an agent. I'm not. You know, I don't know. An agent is that there's a principal and the other one works on his behalf. Personally, if you want to know my background, let me give you a quick background. I finished university in 1988 and I joined Ministry of Finance. By 1998, I was a commissioner. From there, I went to World Bank to work at a very senior level as a senior financial management consultant. It is where you see you come from the president of the bank, you had a deputy, then you go for as seniors.
Yes.
Of course, now the bank has expanded. If I was still in World Bank, I would be now maybe a president of what? But if I'd also agreed to be an American. So when I came to politics in 2001, I was coming from a high level. And that's why I want people to have respect for others. Have integrity. You cannot call about me being an agent without digging deep to know my background.
Who you are.
Who I am. And Ingini also came from a background as an Ingini and whatever. We've been in politics. I've been in parliament for, I'm coming to 25 years. So from 2001, I have been there. I've never been an agent of Museveni. I have been a servant of the people of Uganda. Okay. Because if I wanted to be an agent of Museveni, I would be working for him as a governor, a minister of finance. I would be there. I am a servant of the party called FDC, where I'm a secretary general.
Okay.
There's nothing that even a single spoon of soil has been sold to Museveni, because you get a receipt. And if I went to NRM now, the law, you cease to be a member of the party. So if I became an NRM, which maybe the other one is saying an agent, PP is here, who will take over the party as the secretary general. Brian is here. So if you have your constitution that you can sell NUP, we don't have a constitution which can sell FDC.
Okay.
But let's make matters worse. I want to clear this. Dr. Jessica comes and talks about that money in this region, everywhere in the country. We have been in elections from 2001 from Reform Agenda. I and the doctor, Amai and engineer that have been there.
Yes.
Even we are supposed to have fought with the Norbert Mao when we were campaigning for Dr. Jessica here in Guru, when Mao told us Jessica is part of Museveni in 2001 election. You remember?
Yeah.
So we have supported him. We have never complained. I want to ask, in those elections, haven't we been paying agents? In those elections, haven't been coming with cars with fuel?
Okay.
Just a quick one, my brother.
Oh, yes, because we have only 13 minutes.
Yeah, that's true, but I want to make it clear so that because of the questions that are going there.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to state, if Jessica thinks that we got that money, where did the clean money we used to get to go? That means him took the clean money and gave us the data what? The data money.
But now, Honorable, as FDC party, are you people ready to negotiate with the BCG and
no, we can't. We see FDC party doesn't negotiate. You are either a member or not. And Dr. Jessica left the party. You remember in 2012, he left. He resigned. And by the way, we're dealing with somebody who resigned. And he came back because he wants to bring that. He resigned as a president. You remember? I contested to be a president of the party with General Monto. I lost with 32 votes. I never left the party. For him, he left. For him, he wants only, unless he's leading, nobody else.
Okay.
So that's why I wanted to make very clear on that.
All right.
Now, so in short, I want to state that the party is very strong. Okwera, that's why he's a self-king of Okwera, and that's why it can be demonstrated with the people who were here. Dr. Jessica came here, I don't know how many he got. And when you talk about strength, you don't got strength by talking on abusing others. Strength is by mobilizing people to talk to. We have come on this radio not abusing anybody, calling on everybody to join us.
All right. Dennis
has talked about this confusion. There's no confusion. I want to state from there that there are no more MPs who were there. You see MPs attending these functions, they are on their own. They are entitled to human beings. But what I want to say, on that meeting, we had the PPO Kim was there. We had the Luce Akelo came. We had the Gilbert Aranje, if you want to talk about it. We had Ekanya. We had Sasaga. We had my brother Bitek Jr. from Omrata. If you're talking about an MP, I am here. I have been in Parliament about 25 years. I'm also a member of Parliament.
Are you still willing to go back in 2026?
Why not become a president of the country?
And you're also saying that President Museveni has overstayed in power, and for you now, coming also to overtake
you see, staying in power,
yes.
I am a member of Parliament, and I don't know two things: legislative oversight, representation.
Yes.
I don't know the budgeting. Appropriation.
All right.
Let me make it clear on that.
Thank you. You have only 1 minute to do that.
Even if people can destroy their 1,000 years as a member of Parliament, he has no power. He cannot collect taxes there. Okay. So I want to get power where I can collect money and change this country.
Wish you well.
But just quickly, we'll finish it.
Thank you. Honorable, there's no time. We have got only 10.
No,
yes, you are the Secretary General, but then we were given only 30 minutes.
Let me clear this as Secretary General.
Yes, and you have 1 minute.
There's no confusion in the party. If people are confused, there's difference.
Okay.
There's no confusion in the party. Okay. If this party belongs to members, and there's only one party. and it's called FDC with headquarters in Nagina County on plot 1164 Kampala.
Thank you so much.
I am the only one currently who holds the signature and the stamp and the signature to bank accounts. No other person. And that's why I'm saying, if there is anybody who has a dispute that Paul is not a president with power, let him come here.
Thank you so very much, Secretary. Time is really virtually up. I would love now to bring on board the President to address the other questions and comments.
Mr. Court, this is really rhetoric, maybe coming from agents of people who are opposed to us. And I think that they need to understand that a long time. Actually, my credentials in opposition politics spans 30 years. I'm not sure how old the court is. Maybe by the time he was born, I was already opposing Museveni. And you know, what would lead us to Museveni anyway? We have never been there. Then secondly, over the 36 people,
yes,
you know, we find ourselves in a very strange situation because we are in the process of registering members afresh. In Kenya are actually members, registered members of the party. You know, this is something again that brings some kind of complication to our lives. But we sympathize with their situation. As Margaret says, they went to Kenya without the knowledge of the FDC. And whether they were directed by our friends who do not agree with us or not is something, of course they have come out to say these people went to Kenya, they're FDC members. We got to verify that. But we sympathize with them and we will do whatever is within our means to assist to ensure that, you know, they are released from jail. Somebody from Kweyo, Okwera Sandy, thank you for appreciating. We will never give up until, you know, this country has been totally liberated from the yoke of the dictatorship of Mr. Museveni. Now, personalization of the party. Nobody, not even Dr. Kizza Besigye, is above the constitution of this party. And you know, when he goes against the constitution of the party, we part ways. You know, there is nobody who is more important than the owners of this party, regardless of their name, whether it's Betty All, maybe Betty All, whether it's Olanya who has been mentioned, or Dr. Kizza Besigye. I want to assure our courts and all those listening to us that this party is well grounded and it will move. It's not going to depend on individuals. So for you to say that, you know, the absence of so and so or the other one or this one here, you know, is going to cause the death of the FDC, we'll come back here next year and talk, and the FDC is going to be very, very much alive and even stronger, you know, by this time next year. Now, on the leadership in
Gulu City, and
Gulu City, yes, we have got to sort out certain things about leadership. It's regrettable that in a number of districts in Acholi, elections never took place. We are going to have residual elections. And again, it was on account of some people saying, don't go and get voted as FDC. We are coming with an election roadmap, which has never come anyway. And so the other regions in this country, in fact, up to about 136 districts had successful elections. And our electoral commission is going to come to those districts where elections were not held in order for us to put in place leadership. But meanwhile, those districts where there were no elections, to put in place interim leadership and you know, a leadership of 3 people that will be running the affairs of the party. I have to cross-check yet whether this has been done in Gulu or in the other districts of Acholi, but I do know that we have got leaders, you know, in the city here. We had a leadership in Moya that actually crossed to NRM, unfortunately. That too we are going to be sorting out.
All right. Thank you so very much, Mr. President. Just about 2 minutes.
Yeah, in summary, Madam Beppe, one of we knew Secretary General Lok Makungamo la Pen pa Jomagino go chim uberga penyu pen la pen ma nano ni pierre teatro toile ene ni upenyu lokom message ni ayanka kumepe sinan charo patu ni FDC manepe mari kwano nying jumukana mano yang chongiti pate ma charo oroborigano kumo me beta olo chan sidong Secretary General gin ki party president gamo kamale ni ma chel ngeto mo ni NP party mi FDC pe mere do ko kat furi arigano do ko kat kero kiza bese jiben pangi ka do ko kat do board party you the registering themselves on again they pay party ci lok man ne joni pay party ni mo ne lok mo ma peti you one wati party mi FDC keta jalo secretary general ku gamo ko de ni wano ti party mi FDC and FDC ti party chel ki kat donc bene woteru kama ngera chel tigi front line ne mil weje kom gemo matieni jumati parliament mono front line ma meggi yendo jumati nuk mono front line ma meggi jumati UPC mono front line ma meggi jumati DP ben front line ma meggi FDC ben tigi front line ma meggi ci front line ni ti kara bet papare eto watiga tiuti ja chel minani waremo de dictator makelone Museveni donc ero waju party president waju ni lok ni joma de go ke party ni wa ko party bere ma mati wiki mona ene lok ma pe mona la ka balkari pen Museveni do ni lum ki dano pierre wa beer kay ni cha ko kwano dano pierre wa beer ko merini pour ki ti wen bon Museveni cha kon kwano ne kero akiza besi beno age bon Museveni muntu beno age bon Museveni site lokati ni ka institution matima ke building mater kita chalo FDC ti mater ano ken pipi dira beru pe eto mera en notie parti mi FDC meta nyin dira me on nanda la beru pe wan jumu kano mero meta nyin minna ne parti mi FDC ci lokman ni ka ngato mono age parti ngato mono age parti ci wa ko parti beru week NPTU dano pierre wa bero polemo kando to ko mo Museveni don ke gilum eto NRM putie wase jusa bero ke bot Museveni wakiza bes bero enki bot Museveni but Museveni is moving around putie apur ke diabo le kui peko meno ci ero ni ere gina ngoma pierre eno mer wanu nge kidong lok ba ke lok pe daro pierre dekwe bichelle waro tiga lok ni daro pierre bichelle ti bero be pierre ka bichelle muru daro ma ono giti pata mi FDC wan ma chalo pata mi ben mo binna no yo duju kala jalo meta kwere minna ni ki konyo koki za gero kati woko me de giti uti pata mi ene gera ngo malo dira rioni gero gamba ana po to alle ba me gum ko mata
on behalf of the team in the studio I would love to give just 2 minutes to Mr. President to crown its hall.
Just to say to Jome, actually, we are going to be coming back to engage you in all the districts of Acholi at constituency and sub-county level, and really do not give up hope on the FDC. This is your party. You know, it had a base here that we should restore. The problems of Acholi have not ended. In fact, they keep coming and coming and coming. You know, land grabbing, the burning of charcoal, compensation for lost cows, poor education, no jobs for our people, the poverty in Acholi and the rest of the country is something that we need to address together. Together, we can.
All right. Thank you so very much, Mr. President. Really amira for in matektotalpi no kwedwa yutieno menira batindi. Allow me also thank those who have been watching us on the different platforms, be it TV or an online platform. We thank so very much to the people from eastern part of the country, those in the central, those in the west, and those in northern Uganda here, and each and every person, even if you have been listening or watching this show from diaspora, we thank you so very much. As Radio Patches, yes, we shall always be welcoming the FDC party whenever you have got any activity that you want to conduct here in either northern Uganda or West Nile, because we are actually covering the entire greater northern Uganda. Wish you the very best, and yes, pigin meti wa Kenya wani ni mera pitini konkitano kachawa ne Roma ini burma be.
Thank you for watching.